All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Living the Dream podcast. Today we're going through Proverbs 4, verse 25, and it reads, "Let your eyes look directly forward and your gaze be straight before you." And so when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about when Paul talks about running the race ahead of us and not focusing or dwelling on the past is really what I got from this scripture. It's like, hey, let your eyes look forward. Don't look back. Don't focus on the past. And then your gaze be straight before you. And so, yeah, run the race ahead of you. That's what I thought of. That's the interpretation. Real simple for this verse. The entrepreneurial application of this is don't dwell on actions and results that happened in the past. Don't keep beliefs that don't serve you when those beliefs were developed by experiences in the past. So often I'll hear my brother talk about the fact that we'll be talking about his trading and something will come up and I'll be like, why don't we just do it this way? He's like, well, I can't do it this way because ever since I started trading, this was the reality. And it's like, well, okay, is that belief serving you? If it's serving you and you have a stack of evidence to support that belief, yeah, keep it. But here's the thing. People also have a stack of evidence to serve beliefs that do not serve them, to back up beliefs that do not serve them. For example, if I believed that I will always be broke, I would have a huge stack of evidence to support that because I've been broke my whole life. But that belief doesn't serve me because if I have that belief, I won't take the steps to become a person who is wealthy. And so that is an example of a belief that I would need to shed to really replace it with a belief that's more focused on abundance, more focused on who I want to become, and then I can start building a stack of evidence for that belief. So just because you have evidence for a belief and you've been reinforced about it your whole life doesn't mean you need to keep it. And that's what run the race ahead of you means for me. If you're dwelling on beliefs that are based on the past and you're dwelling on actions and results that happened in the past, it's hard for you to run the race ahead of you because you're looking back. You're looking back at those actions, those thoughts, those feelings, those results, and those beliefs that you formed in the past. And so when you put your focus on who you're becoming and where you're going, most importantly, on that next step, you're able to run the race ahead of you. And so, for example, one of the beliefs I had to shed was the fact that college was important to making money or that football was important to making money. Once I learned that football wasn't my only way to make money, I was able to quit football. And I had to shed that belief to quit football and become the person that I was meant to become. When I figured out that I didn't have to trade time for money, but the key to building wealth was ownership, and I need to be looking for equity in deals, equity in real estate, equity in businesses. I had to shed that belief about trading time for money, and I had to grow sort of like a healthy hatred towards trading time for money so I could put myself in better positions. Those are examples of beliefs that I had to shed. Football bringing me all the money, that I need to trade time for money, or that a college education was the most sure way to make money. Instead, it's like, hey, develop those skills and go for ownership. And then another key belief that I had to develop was go big, like go big and use leverage and bear burdens with other people, right? Like let people into your world, use their money, use their skills, use their network so you can all grow together. So where do I want this to show up in my life? This is really key here. Prioritize the beliefs and actions that future me needs to have to reach their goals, and then live by those beliefs and actions every day. So again, it goes back to the whole, does that belief serve you? Run the race ahead of you. When I'm running the race ahead of me, it's like I'm looking ahead of me. That's what future me is going to be like. Well, future me is going to be like that, and I want to get to future me. I need to do and believe what future me does and believes. Instead, a lot of people are stuck in looking back at what past me did and what past me believed, and then dwelling on the fact that, ooh, part of me still believes that. Don't focus on that part of you that still believes that. Focus on the part of you that's running the race ahead of you, getting to future you who believes and acts in a certain way. And you focus on that by doing that and believing that every day, whether it be affirmations or actions or certain systems of accountability, whatever you need to do, get it going, but act as if you are the person you want to become and act that way right now. How can you apply it to your life? Well, really, I just told you. So you need to get clear on what beliefs you need to shed so that you can look forward. So, what are you still looking back at? Get rid of that. And then, how do you need to forgive yourself? I really think shedding beliefs and letting go of stuff comes down to forgiveness. And forgiveness really comes from understanding and then extending compassion. So seek to understand yourself, extend that compassion to yourself, and then get really clear on what future you believes and what future you does, and start believing that and doing that every day. Thank you guys for listening. We will see you on the next one. And on that note, we're out.